Hey, what's going on? It's Bill Burr, and it's the Monday Morning Podcast for Monday, February 3rd, 2014. How the hell are you? How's it going? I'm a little bit handicapped this week because my internet isn't working. I don't know why. I don't know what happened. I hit the little reset button. You know, you take out the little pin, and you stick it in the side. You do a little fucking 5 count. And you sit there staring at the goddamn lights. Blinky, blinky, blinky. And then what happens? Huh? It's supposed to all be good. Well, not this week. I don't have any. So if you think my reading is bad when I'm reading it off a nice giant computer screen, wait till you hear this week when I'm reading off my fucking iPhone. Oh, wait till you hear it. Spoiler alert! All right, well, let's get down to it. How about that fucking Super Bowl? Was that awesome or what? I'm speaking as a Patriots fan, by the way. I got to be honest. Like, if Peyton Manning won his second Super Bowl and then he had 2 and Brady had 3, then that stupid-ass debate is going to start again, which I have not heard since Peyton lost, or I should say the Colts lost when they played the Saints, and I didn't want to fucking hear it. All right? And I love it. So all you Peyton Manning fans for all these years who've been telling me that fucking Peyton's better than Brady, look how many yards he had in fucking October. You know, it was a classic Peyton Manning stat yesterday is despite the fact that they got the living shit kicked out of him, he still set the record for most completions in a Super Bowl game. Right? He completed 33 passes. 33 passes. So you got to be like, Jesus Christ, what did he throw for 500 yards? 400 at least. 33? You know what he threw for? 280 yards. That's less than 9 yards a catch. It was 8-point-something yards a catch. Dinking and dunking down the damn field. And he got half those fucking yards in the end of the third quarter when Seattle went into like a fucking prevent, just gave them the middle of the field and gave them those 6 fucking points, which pissed me off. I wanted them to shut him out, right? It's embarrassing how much I root against Peyton because it's like it has nothing to do with the guy. I think he's a great fucking quarterback. I'm doing as I'm hating on Peyton is, if I can be, am I too white to use that expression? As I dislike Peyton Manning, is it's really just all the sports fans that I've run into over the years who just, with Peyton Manning, it was always individual stats and then blaming everybody around him. The coaching, the defense, the running game, blah, 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 all that fucking crap. Give me a goddamn break. Give me a fucking break. Did you see that look on his face about 3/4 of the way through the first quarter? In my family, that is known as Peyton face, and that's when he starts pouting and he gets frustrated and he gets upset, and you can't have your fucking leader looking like that. Now, nobody on ESPN is going to say it. None of them are going to fucking say that shit because they fucking drop down at the stats god and suck its dick every day on fucking SportsCenter. They don't watch the game, all right? None of those people on ESPN are even human beings. They walk in as human beings. Right, and then something happens. They drill into their head and they stick a chip in there, and then they just become like these, you know, like I don't even think like their lips should move. I think like their jaws should just open and close like one of those wooden puppets. You know, those ones that are dressed like those guards. They're in the Nutcrackers, right? That's what when they should just be doing that shit. I can't even tell you, I had no idea how hard I was rooting for Seattle until the game fucking started because I thought, you know, as you guys all know, how much I hated that stupid 12th man. And, like, you know what would have been a great drinking game was how many times Joe Buck said, "It's really loud here," right? With the stupid sound-o-meter and all of that shit. And I actually got a lot of people on Twitter were giving me shit going, yeah, how dumb do you feel now? I never shit on Seattle. I never said they were a bad team. If you listen to my podcast, you dumb cunts, I said it was yours to lose. I bet on you guys to win it. But that doesn't change, and even your championship does not change that 12th man thing and everybody dressing up like characters and bringing fucking New Year's whistles to the goddamn game is not the dumbest thing that embarrassing, ball-washing thing I've ever seen in my fucking life. The 12th man stinks. You have nothing to do with the victory, despite what the players and the owners are going to say. They all make millions because of your dumbasses. That's why they're saying nice shit to you. All right? Jesus fucking Christ. Do you really think there's some running back in the other huddle as he's listening to the play going, I'd really like to execute this play the way we have all week in practice, but golly, is that crowd loud? But congratulations to the true fans of the Seattle Seahawks, the real ones, the ones who showed up when they sucked too, the ones who, when they got better, didn't go out and buy a bunch of shit and start dressing up like fucking a green Ben Franklin or whatever the fuck those people were doing in the stands. I got to ask you, be honest, Seattle Seahawks fans, now that you actually have something to crow about, pun intended, now that you actually have a Super Bowl trophy, you guys are actually champions. You can actually sing, "We are the champions." Now, doesn't that loud thing seem a little fucking ridiculous? Didn't that just kind of seem like, that mother that can't admit that her kid's not talented? So they got to somehow come up with everybody gets a trophy. Everybody gets a ribbon. What you guys have created up there, I hope is over. Not as far as your run on championships. I'd never wish that against you. But as far as that loud horseshit, if Kansas City next year tries to break the record again, if that whole fucking thing starts, who is the loudest crowd? And I guarantee you it will. I can't say again. It wouldn't surprise me if it would. It is embarrassing. You have your Super Bowl trophy. For the love of fucking God, please stop looking each other in the street going 12th man. Okay? Was that really even a congratulations? I was losing my fucking mind watching that game. A lot of people, I guess, didn't like the game or whatever, thought it was boring. I fucking loved that game. That game was the biggest fucking beatdown. I'm trying to think if it was as bad. This is bad for Bronco fans. I'm not rubbing this in. This goes back to the Patriots Colts 10 fucking years ago when Brady had 3 rings and Peyton had none, and they were going, I'll tell you, but I know Brady's got the rings, but if I got to start a team, I got to build it around this guy. He's got all the intangibles, right? He's fucking losing every year in the first goddamn round. Anyways, but I hope you got, and I hope people who didn't give a fuck about the game, I hope you took my advice and you let the game go for 90 minutes. 90 minutes is the magic number. That is the magic number if you want to avoid everything and actually watch the game and be on the edge of your fucking seat, provided if it's a good game, is you let it go for 90 minutes. 90 minutes. You're hanging outside, you're drinking beers, you're doing whatever the fuck you're doing, hanging with 3-4 other people tops who are also into the game. All right, we come in, we sit down, and we just start. When everybody shut their phones off so we don't know anything, right? Press play, and then for the rest of the game, we didn't watch one commercial. We didn't have to sit through one challenge flag. Anytime anybody got hurt, we fast forward through it. We fast forward through the entire fucking halftime show. Didn't see any of it. All we saw was the game, and the second it ended, and the coaches were walking out, and they're going, all right, we'll go down to the field. We shut the fucking game off. Didn't watch 1 second on ESPN. Nothing. I'm guaranteeing you. Everybody there was going, that's one of the most enjoyable Super Bowl experiences I ever had. It was fucking great. Anytime they cut down to Pam Oliver or that other chick, you just fast forward. The whole fucking, it was tremendous. Absolutely tremendous. But anyways, let's talk about the fucking game. So anyways, the rest of the world is 90 minutes ahead of us, and we're still downstairs, out my backyard, smoking a pork shoulder, right? I made one of my famous apple pies. Lawhead's fucking killing it on my grill. You want to talk about losing your man card? I had another man come over my house and smoke a pork shoulder on my grill. I couldn't believe I woke up this morning, my wife was still next to me. Do you realize, like, in the South, like, I would legally be considered a homosexual if I did something like that? I knew it. I fucking knew it. Ever since, I'm telling you right now, ain't no man who likes himself a piece of pussy allows another man to come over and fucking smoke on his grill. Grilling, that's okay. Smoking, that's a whole other thing. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't be surprised if not only if he's one of them homeo type sexuals, if he's also one of them terrorists. He's probably building a dirty bomb shaped like a dick. That's all I'm saying. Yeah, I just, one of the keys to being successful in life is knowing what you suck at and then being able to find talent in that area and then delegating. That's what you do. But delegating, you have to be, you got to be careful, though. You can't delegate so much of your job that you're just sitting in your office twiddling your thumbs, because then you're fucking useless. There's a fine line between putting a team together and then just sitting in a fucking room like a goddamn mop. So I still made an apple pie. I put on an apron, took out some flour and some sugar. I don't give a fuck. I'm good at making desserts. All right? I don't know. It's embarrassing, but I like sweets. And my mom always made great pies. And when I moved out, I missed them. So I learned how to make them. Fucking sue me. Oh, Jesus. I can't even look myself in the mirror after this fucking podcast. What do you want from me, people? I'm flying blind here. All right? I don't have the internet. I'm doing a podcast without the internet. This is like a pilot flying at night without his instrument panel. Am I in a spin? Am I level with the horizon? I don't know. Am I going up? Am I going down? God, I wish I had a beverage so I could actually look at it to try to figure out which way I'm going. Isn't that what you do? You just put like a glass of water on the airplane's dashboard, and then you just use that as your fucking horizon? Come on, man. That's pretty ingenious for a comedian who has 0 hours up in the air. Anyway, so let's get back to the game. So the entire world is like 90 minutes ahead of us. And there's something cool about that, right? Like they all got on the spaceship and they went to a better planet, and we all sat back like, yeah, go fuck yourself. We're toughing it out here. Gnawing on cigars and shit, pretending we know how to fight, right? So we go upstairs, and they finally be like, you guys want to watch the game? Yeah, let's fucking watch it. All right. So we go upstairs. We put it on. I fast forward get right to where, right before the kicker is going to kick the ball, and I hit pause. You guys ready? Everybody's like, yeah, we're ready. Let's go. Boom. Fucking kicks the ball off. Right? Broncos get the ball, and the very first play from scrimmage. All right? Peyton calls an audible. The fucking Manny Ramirez, who I thought, when you get kicked out of baseball, I didn't think that you could then just go play football. But once again, Jesus, what a fucking talent this man is. Manny, being Manny, hikes the ball over Peyton's fucking head into the goddamn end zone, whatever. The guy falls on it. They get his safety. Very first play from scrimmage. And I'm not going to lie to you. I literally put my hand over my mouth, and I was stunned. Absolutely stunned. Because, I'm not going to lie to you. You guys know what my prediction was last week. I thought that game was going to be a classic. I knew the AFC was weaker. I definitely kind of felt that Seattle 49ers might have been the Super Bowl, but it's fucking Peyton Manning. And I knew Seattle had a great defense and all that. I just thought it was going to be back and forth through the first half. This is what I thought. And I thought it would maybe one team or the other was going to be up by like 2-3 points, maybe 4 at the half. And then in the second half, I thought that the Broncos defense was going to cave and that Marshawn Lynch was going to fucking run all over him. That obviously did not happen. I think the Broncos went in there. Obviously, were like, all right, we got to stop Marshawn Lynch, and they did. They did, and they were like, well, that Wilson guy is not playing well. If we're going to get beat by our offense, it's going to be with that guy's fucking arm. And other than a couple overly excited throws, where he overthrew that guy right out there in the flat, other than that, that kid fucking settled down and had the game of his life. I thought he made some great fucking throws. Had no picks, no fumbles, no nothing. He did not hurt the team. All he did was move it forward. He played a great fucking game. Dude, it was total 100% fucking domination. I mean, think about that. They had 2 field goals. They had a safety. They had a touchdown, offensive touchdown. I think it was a run, right? Yeah, Marshawn Lynch, that was a run. That's 2 field goals, that's 6. How fucking annoying is this, me going through the whole game? That's 20 points. No, that isn't. Here's the comedy. Me trying to add this up. All right, 3 and 3 is 6, plus 7 is 13, plus 2 is 15. They had a special teams kickoff return. That was fucking 22. What else did they? I don't fucking remember. They had a pick 6. That's 29 points. Then they scored another 14. I don't even fucking remember. And I'm telling you, I mean, I might be wrong, but they could have shut him out. They went into the prevent at the end of the third quarter, which was fucking brilliant. Just give up the middle of the field. Let them burn out the rest of this fucking quarter, and we're up. Even if they score a touchdown, we're still up by almost 30 points. There's no fucking way they're scoring 30 in the fourth quarter. It was over. I've never seen the starting quarterback get taken out of the game like, well, there's no sense risking you getting injured in a fucking Super Bowl. I'm trying to think. Did they take Troy Aikman out that year when they won like 50-something to whatever against Buffalo? Or did they take Joe Montana out in that 55-10 game? I don't think Jim McMahon came out when they beat the shit out of the Patriots, that 46-10 game. So this is what I'm doing during the game. This is how much of a psycho I am. Every time Seattle scored points, I stood up and I high-fived each person I was watching the game with. Every time I'd go, Tom Brady, Tom Brady, Tom Brady, Tom Brady, as I was going around the fucking room. Look, I'm too dumb to follow politics. I'm not good at math. I don't understand science. So sports is all I have. So when I put on ESPN, it has been an absolute dream for me since 2010 to not listen to the who is better, Peyton or Tom Brady. And if he won yesterday, I was going to have to fucking listen to that again. So this is completely just selfish. Totally selfish. Because I didn't give a fuck about Seattle either. And there would have been nothing funnier than after all that screaming and yelling if they didn't win it. The whole fucking thing. I mean, I didn't give a fuck. It would have been hilarious. But the second the game started, like when Seattle started playing well, first I saw Peyton, right? And then there was the safety. And I was like, I was literally nervous at the beginning of the game going, oh my God, is he going to just carve up this fucking unbelievable defense? And then this argument's going to start again? I'm making this whole Super Bowl about me. I realize this. This is all I gave a shit about. And then Seattle started doing well, and I started seeing, Pete Carroll. Very surprisingly, I don't think I saw him went woo the whole game. I don't think I saw him do that once. But I got it, and then I was looking at him like, fucking Pete Carroll. I don't want to see this guy win. Like I was like this little gargoyle in the corner. Just sitting there like, is there any way both teams could lose so I could be satisfied as a sports fan? I was just like one of the biggest cunts that ever watched a fucking game. And then I just realized that it was more about, and not only that, Verzi picked the Broncos and I picked Seattle. And that's back-to-back years where Paul Verzi has been dead fucking wrong. And this is the thing about Paul, and this is why you should never, ever, and you can call in the Verzi effect if he has callers, and you can tell him I said this. Don't ever take gambling advice from that man. I'm not saying he's a good guy. I'm not saying he's not a stand-up guy. I'm not saying he's not a great husband and father. I'm not saying he's not a great comedian. I'm just talking about the gambling part of Paul Verzi's New Jersey brain via New York. All right? That fucking guy, he's never going to learn. That guy loves offense. It's a cliche at this point to say defense wins championships. Paul he can't hear it. Paul's like that guy that's had fucking 19 beers and you're trying to go, give me your keys, and he just will always think that he can drive. That's what he is. I hope he listens to this. When it comes to being a gambler, that fucking guy he's flash. He likes the flash. He likes pinky rings, offense, throw the bomb. That's his big thing. Air it out, scare the defense. He loves it. Waste a play. Just throw it 70 fucking yards. He is. He is a Times Square fucking kind of guy. He likes the lights. He loves the fucking offense. I, on the other hand, am a miserable, middle-aged Andy Rooney cunt. So I, of course, love defense. I love a 10-7 game. I love it. I love it when people sit there, oh, it's so fucking boring. I absolutely love it. I love a pitcher's duel. I don't know why. I know why, because I'm the kind of guy that will watch a Super Bowl and root for both teams to lose. So anyways, congratulations. In all seriousness, congratulations to the fans of Seattle. That's got to be, it's great. You guys haven't fucking won a championship. When was it? Let's see, 77 was the Bullets. No, 77 was Portland. 78 was the Bullets. 79, I believe, was the Supersonics. The loudest fans. They are the loudest fans. Hey, Seattle Seahawks fans, do you ever think if you cheered that loud for the Sonics, they wouldn't have left? It's just never going to get old teasing them. They don't give a fuck. They have a championship parade. So now they're actually talking because they're so young. I mean, dude, that was seriously. I know I'm still breaking their balls just because it's fun. That was seriously I knew the AFC's weak, but I mean, they're only so weak. That was still Peyton Manning with one of the most prolific offenses in the history of the modern era. Fuck the whole game because the game has changed so much. But like, Jesus Christ. I mean, that game was over. And like, even I always say it's never over. It's never over. It's never over. It was fucking over. The fucking game was over. Joe Bartnick was sitting on my couch just he started laughing in when the guy ran the fucking ball back to start the second half. Because he's sitting there going like, what did he say? He said, Bill, he goes, I'm glad you have money on this game because if you didn't, I would be back outside drinking. And I start laughing. And then, and as we're doing that, we're fast forwarding through all the fucking, halftime show. And as he's saying that, I'm laughing. We hit pause, everybody, bathroom break. And then we hit play. They kick the ball off and the dude starts running back and Bartnick has this high-pitched laugh. I just hear him going, ah! The guy runs the fucking thing back. Dude, it was an absolute beat. I have to think that everybody in Washington, the state of Washington, has to have laryngitis. Like, especially if you watched the game and you didn't miss any commercials. You just watched it like a nerd. And just sat there like a good little fucking TV viewer and you watched the whole halftime show. I mean, everybody in the state of Washington has to have laryngitis. I'm trying to think The only disappointment you had was that you didn't shut them out. And even then, it was just like they did that on purpose. They just gave up the middle of the field. Jesus, Bill, how many fucking times are you going to... We got it. They gave up the middle of the field, you cunt. Oh. You know, who would have thought I'd be so fucking elated to see Pete Carroll win a championship? There was a couple of fucking things this week. I didn't hear it, but I guess on Bill Simmons' podcast, he interviewed Larry Bird. And Larry Bird, they asked him who he would want to play with the most in today's NBA. And he said Kobe Bryant. Kobe Bryant. He just said, no, the guy plays hurt. He just went on and on about how awesome the guy was. So I have to retire trashing Kobe Bryant. It took Larry Bird to let me know that I was wrong. But isn't that why you listen to the podcast? Doesn't it make you feel better about yourself? You know what's funny about it? I'm so fucking arrogant, I still don't think I'm wrong about that guy. I can't get past my blind hatred of the fucking... It's not even the Lakers. It's their fucking stupid-ass fans. God, they're dumb. They're so dumb. You just... There's like 8% of them even remotely could even explain a pick and roll. I got to tell you, if you're not from out here, you got to come down here and go to a Laker game and just sit amongst them just to see how fucking dumb they are. God, they're dumb. I mean, I'm talking like not even summer school dumb. I'm just talking about fucking learn a trade. Drive a truck dumb. Right? And I know there's people out there learning a trade right now. And I know what you're thinking. What I just said was insulting. And I don't care that you think that because I know you're too dumb to figure out where you can fucking find me doing stand-up, even though it's on my website. You're just too fucking stupid. I really shouldn't say shit like that because there's always one dumb fuck who takes me seriously. Do you remember last week when I was saying how Hawaii is not part of this country? Even though it is, I'm just saying it just, nobody, black or white looks right on that island. You have to be Hawaiian or Asian and you look fine. But the rest of us do not look right on that island. We just don't. And then the joke was when I fucking come here, you know, I lean up against a tree. I look like an American. Like, you can't tell me that. And I said, I'm so sick of these Native Americans complaining if I have to argue with one more Apache. It was completely ridiculous and over the top. And everybody, one fucking moron on Twitter, he said, Bill, the reason why you look normal in this country is because, capital letters, you killed all the Native Americans. It's just like, dude, arguing with Apaches didn't give it away. There's always going to be that one fucking person that just has to fucking take it seriously and ruin it for everybody else. All right, am I done whining? What else did I do this week? What did I do this week? I thought I did something. Oh, you know what? I haven't drank in 7 days. It's been a week, and I realize now that it is that basically I have to go once I go 7 days, and I get past something like going to a Super Bowl party, and I don't drink. Then at that point, I can go a year. Like now, I could go it's that first week where I haven't drank in 2 days, I haven't drank in 3 days, and then I just think, well, if I drink, I can start over again. I can easily go 4 days and beat my streak. Once I get 7 days in, now I got a hitting streak going. You know, I got the hot bat here. I don't want to end the streak. I don't want to start over again at 1. So I got through the Super Bowl, and it was brutal trying to get through it. Oh, man, we had such a fucking great time. And then in the end, right, because we were smoking this pork shoulder, and the last time we had the temperature too high, and by we, I mean Lawhead. This time, we/Lawhead had it lower, and it took a lot longer, which it was totally worth it. But we watched the game in like it took us 2 hours to watch the game. Just flew through the whole fucking thing. And then by the end of the game, the pork roast was ready. and the pork shoulder, I should say, was ready. And we just sat there and fucking chowed down, laughing that we missed all of the bullshit. And it was funny. Nia comes home and she's like, "What'd you think of the game?" We're like, "Yeah, we just finished it, blah, blah, blah." And then she starts talking about Bruno Mars and all that. We're like, "Yeah, we didn't see it." She's like, "You didn't see it? Oh, my God, it was unbelievable." It's just like, no, we didn't see it. So then she goes and we recorded the game. She goes and she rewinds it. Or fast forwards, whatever the fuck she had to do to get to it. I guess rewind? Yeah, because we watched it. Yeah, and I hit stop. Yeah, so she had to rewind back there. And she goes to put it on. And Lawhead's sitting in my living room, and it comes on, and there's this creepy fucking singing of children. And they're like, they're backlit, so all you see is their silhouettes. And they're singing like, "Wahoo, hore, wah," that fucking Grinch music, whatever the fuck they were singing. Sort of holy, sort of creepy, that pedophile music. Oh, they're so innocent. Let's let them sing innocent, creepy fucking church music, right? And I look over at Lawhead and I go, "Hey, Jay, this is what we miss." And Jay was over in the corner and he just fucking looked up and he just made this face. He just goes, "Ugh." But I got to tell you, I actually watched. I watched it. Now that the game was over, I didn't give a fuck, and I actually really like Bruno Mars. I watched it, and what a halftime show that was! That was a tremendous show. Came out with the D.W. Green Sparkle, played a fucking drum solo. Oh, he was tremendous. What an entertainer! Did the James Brown dance. Chili Peppers came out with their shirts off. I fucking called that. I called it on Conan. I did Conan this week. I said Flea was going to catch a cold because he wasn't going to wear a shirt, and he should be the only one complaining about the weather. So anyway, it was fucking a absolutely phenomenal Super Bowl Sunday, and I did not have one fucking drop of alcohol, and I feel great. And I got to be honest with you, not drinking is it's really hard right around 4 o'clock in the afternoon till about 2 in the morning. Those 10 hours are hard. The other 14 are easy. 8 of them I sleep, and I just got to get through 6 hours. But those other 10, man, I got to tell you, those are fucking brutal. But I'm a nice little streak here, so I'm going to try to go until my Canadian tour. And then once, the Canadian tour starts, I mean, they got Cuban cigars up there. They got, it's just going to be, it's going to be cold. Who wants a heater? So whatever. So I'm going to, what's funny? As I overheard somebody who wasn't a doctor say that, that basically to cleanse your liver, it takes 42 days to cleanse your liver. So like an idiot, I just don't drink for 42 days, thinking I'm cleansing my liver as I'm putting in all these fucking, I'll eat at McDonald's once, or I'll fucking just be eating processed fucking food. I'm not cleansing my liver. But at least I got the alcohol out of there, right? I'll drink a little water with some lemon. I do what I try to do, but anyways, let's get to some advertising this week, everybody. All right, this next advertising is going to be called Bill Tries to Read on his fucking cell phone here. All right, let's bring this up. All right, live reads. Oh, Jesus, will you look who's back? It's our old friends, Sherry's Berries. Ah, Jesus, they came back. They were good sports. All right, let's read this homoerotic / homophobic copy. Let's see how it is this time. Sherry's Berries, everybody. What's the worst Valentine's gift you have ever been given or received? Talk about how much trouble it got you in being in the doghouse. Oh, is that what I'm supposed to do? I'm supposed to make something up? Hey, Sherry, I give great gifts. I hate, why do advertisers have, talk about how much trouble it got you. Boy, oh boy, I remember one year I got my girlfriend a lawnmower. What was I thinking? Oh, Jesus. Anyways, look, who's kidding who? You don't have a lot of money. Just get him some fruit dumped in chocolate. All right? Don't make a mistake again. Order Sherry's Berries now for guaranteed gift satisfaction. Giant, freshly dripped strawberries from Sherry's Berries, starting at $19.99. That's an over 40% savings. Like anybody knows what the market is for chocolate-covered fruit. Jesus, that's down 40%. Or double the berries for just $10 more. You just need my code, BURR, B-U-R-R, when you order. Dipped in white milk and dark chocolatey goodness. Topped with chocolate chips. I don't know why this is so funny to me. Decorative swizzle or nuts. 40% off from Sherry's Berries. Enormous, romantic, fresh, juicy, mouth-watering berries. Please use this time to tell your listeners about the personal experience. How did the berries taste? How did they look? How did your recipients react? What the fuck is a recipient? Recipient? What the fuck? All right, fuck it. Have you ordered berries for your sweetheart yet? Here's the only way to get this amazing Valentine's Day deal. Giant, freshly dipped strawberries starting at $19.99. Or double the berries for just $10 more. Visit berries.com. Please spell out the word BERRIES.com. Click on the microphone in the top right-hand corner and type in BURR. Go to berries.com. Click on the microphone and type in BURR. Order today. I love that. Like, you're going to get in trouble for some weird gift, but then you just get them this. Whatever. I got to stop doing this, man. I'm going to lose everybody. God knows nature box is not talking to me anymore. Bunch of babies. Pro Flowers, everybody. Forgetting Valentine's Day is as bad as forgetting her birthday. I debate that. I mean, they're both bad, but I would say forgetting her birthday is worse. You don't remember when I was brought to this world? You can't just do it. Wait. You just can't do it, and you can't wait until the last minute. I'd rather blank than forget Valentine's Day. Hey, advertisers, I'm not doing the work for you, all right? Write out the copy. Talk about how much you like flowers. Oh, Jesus, I always skipped through them as a kid. I'd rather see Peyton Manning win a Super Bowl than forget Valentine's Day. Or even if it's not forget, it's always wait till the last minute and then be screwed. Listen, you guys know the deal, all right? This is one of the great gifts you can get for Valentine's Day. Why? Because it's easy and it shuts her up. Get 1 dozen red roses with a free glass vase for $30, or upgrade to 1 dozen red roses with a premium ruby vase and gourmet chocolates for just $9.99 more. Classic romantic red roses with a box of chocolates. There you go, sweetheart. And you pat her on the ass. Pro Flowers is quick, easy, and delivery on Valentine's Day is guaranteed. You can't beat the price or the convenience. And I back that 100%. It's about as easy as it can get. Best value. Get it done early. Choose a delivery date and check it off the list. Even if you already have plans for Valentine's Day, you still need flowers delivered, which is, you have to. It's a must. The longer you wait, the harder it will be to find any flowers at this price. Here's the only way to get this deal. Limited time Valentine's Day deal. 1 dozen red roses, including a free vase for $29.99, or you can upgrade to the premium vase and chocolates for just $9.99 more. $40. $40. You make the call. You make the call from a sports bar while you're drinking with your buddies, ignoring her text. Okay? That's how convenient this is. Go to proflowers.com, click on the blue microphone in the top right-hand corner and type in BURR, B-U-R-R. That's proflowers.com. Click on the microphone and type in BURR. Order now. This deal expires soon. All right. We got 2 more. We'll do those a little bit later. All right? Yeah, the people at Nature's Box weren't happy. Why weren't you happy? Because I said the obvious, just eat a fucking banana. All right, let's get into the questions for this week. How far are we? I'm feeling 40 minutes. Oh, 39:19. The internal clock of a comedian. All right. Los Angeles water shortage. Hey there, Billy Waterwell. I heard Los Angeles is going through a drought. But what are people doing about it? Are people shutting off sprinklers? No, they're not. My friend says they still run the sidewalk sprinklers in his neighborhood every night, unless it rains for a few nights straight. How does this area come back from something like this? How's your doomsday bunker coming along? All right. Here we go. Yeah, well, basically, people will run their sprinklers until the government says, hey, don't run them anymore. So we haven't gotten to that point in the drought where you can't run your sprinklers. So that's why people are still running them. And it rained yesterday. So I think we're going to be all right. But I would ask you the same question. How is your doomsday bunker coming along? Personally, I don't have one. And I take great comfort in knowing that I can only die once and that just without water, I'll be dead within 3 days. So I've had an unbelievable life. I have no desire to survive the apocalypse. You know, just at the very basic level, the lack of toilet paper, toothbrush, and toothpaste, that alone, you know, watching my teeth turning brown, having to slowly yank them out, you know what I mean? The loss of electricity and listening to your stereo, that alone, it's not worth living anymore. You're going to go back to fucking living in a clan, some goddamn cave or some shit. I guess the garages will be the new caves of the, of the millennium here. Do you know, you know what? After the Super Bowl was over, we all sat around a dining room table. I told you Neil hooked up the stereo because I was too stupid to figure it out. And we put on Dark Side of the Moon, which I have not listened to wire to wire in years. I would arguably, that might be the greatest album of all time. I don't think anything can touch it. And you know something? I hope that you guys, can somebody out there tell me, and this is a vinyl question. I want to know on album, is there a better album to put the headphones on, laying there in the dark, and just listening to that album? And if you're young right now and your whole life has been digital downloads and all that, I highly urge that you get a stereo and you buy that album. Put the fucking lights out and put the headphones on. You got it. You have to experience it. Like that's, you know, we were actually, there was a bunch of old people there, you know, my age and a little bit younger and older or whatever. And we were talking about how fucking great the album was because nobody had heard it in a while. And someone there was just sitting there going like, that's what you did. Like back in the day, like your parents would be like, where you going? I'm going upstairs to listen to music. Like you just listened to music. You weren't on a fucking treadmill doing you did listen to the radio in the car or whatever, but it was different. You didn't have like your whole fucking playlist and Bluetooth and talking on the phone. It was an activity. Like, hey man, I got the new whatever record. You want to come over and listen to it? And everyone would sit on the floor and do some drugs, man. And you'd put on the fucking album. I miss that. I never had that level. I never did the drug thing. But I don't know. That just made me think of Philip Seymour Hoffman, man. What a fucking tragedy that is, huh? Jesus Christ. You know, I actually saw him. I was dating this wonderful girl, and I fucked it up, of course, because I'm an idiot. In like the late 1990s. And Philip Seymour Hoffman and John C. Reilly did a play called True West. And they would switch parts every other show. And I went down with the woman I was dating at the time. She said, we got to go see this. And I was just like, I don't want to go see some artsy play, right? I was too busy doing stand-up. And she's like, no, you got to fucking see this thing. And went down and got to see both of them, of course, were unbelievable. And it's just the fucking worst. It's the worst. If I've learned anything in this business, as I've gained a respect for addiction and just, I don't know, just how fucking powerful that is. You know, I actually, in a way, with booze. Like I'm trying to think the last time, maybe like in November, I went longer than 7 days, but even then I fucked up after 10 days. And I was talking to DeRose. Oh, man, we went over to DeRose's house apartment the other night. Me, Keith Robinson, DeRose. I'm naming a lot of names here. I usually don't do this shit, but we got into this fucking debate. I don't want to do this because you guys are going to blow up Joe's fucking Twitter, and he gets all fucking sensitive about that shit. But me and Joe are going to be doing Uninformed again. We have to have the debate. It was basically, it's centered around a certain artist and his unbelievable young wife, and whether or not this person was a creep or not. And, oh, did it get heated. Joe actually got so mad. You know, like when you get so mad, you're standing up and you imitate the other person in the argument while you're doing a dumb dance. Like, I know what you're going to say. Oh, what about that? He started doing this dance and everyone started laughing at him. It was fucking, I mean, it started at 1 a.m. I finally had to leave. I was like, I have a dog. I got to go home, okay? I got to take my dog out. I think I left a little bit after 2, and I guess it kept going. Of course, the next day we fucking laughed about it, but God damn it, another fucking great guy. When was the last time? Well, I guess sometimes somebody who stinks overdoses. You don't want to fucking wish that on anybody, but everybody's talking about Philip Seymour Hoffman's amazing movies to talk about how great he is. How about how awesome he was in Twister? That guy was such a great actor. He was even great in Twister. I remember the first time I saw him was in Scent of a Woman, and all I remember was like, who is that actor? When he was sitting at that table and they had the council there for the school. I can never remember what the fucking movies are about. And it was all the shit that he was doing when he wasn't speaking. Or like in Boogie Nights, how subtly they let you on that his character was gay. When he was holding on to that clipboard and he was biting on that pen, the total phallic fucking... he came up with that shit. Then I also loved the way he was standing in one of those scenes. He had like his right arm was down and then his left arm was across his body grabbing onto like his right elbow or vice versa. Which I remember was like how many kids who were really insecure used to stand, like, when you were a kid, you'd size kids up. And I remember whenever I saw a kid standing like that, I'd be like, all right, I don't have to worry about that kid trying to fucking kick the shit out of me. Anybody who stands like that is the guard. I didn't know that it meant guarded. I just thought it meant like you were a pussy or something like that. But I never saw an actor make a choice, even though I've seen a zillion human beings do that. I saw him do that in like... Boogie Nights, and how great he was in Big Lebowski, just everything. I've never even seen Capote. I'm embarrassed to say that, but it just sucks, man. He was one of my favorites. That fucking blows. All right, that isn't funny, right? This isn't what this is about. This podcast is supposed to be making you laugh, get you a great start to your day. All right, let's continue on here. So, in answer to your question, sir, I have no plans for the doomsday. I'm going to get a bat. That's what I'm going to do. I'd get a gun, but, I'm going to shoot it without earplugs. My ears already ring from playing drums. And, then what? Then I win the battle, and then my ears ring even more, and I'm walking around with tinnitus, and there's no fucking hope for a cure. Forget tinnitus. I'm just praying for toothpaste. I mean, fuck that. I don't want to live. All right, Sochi. Is that how you say it? No, Sochi. Billy SSR, have you heard how much the Olympics have cost so far? $5 billion. That's more than the last 12 Olympics combined. What do you think all the extra money is going? Or where do you think all the extra money is going? Do you have any Olympic predictions? Where do I think all the extra money? Well, they got to make all that snow and that extra snow in case it doesn't snow. I mean, just to cover a mountain in snow when it hasn't snowed, I mean, I figure that's got to cost at least $2 billion, right? I know it doesn't. I don't fucking know. What do I think it went? I think it's an unbelievably corrupt country. even more than the one that I live in. So I imagine all the scams that go on here go on over there because they're human beings just like us, and I think it's probably even fucking 10 times worse over there because of where their jump-off point was. We at least had a nice phony jump-off point in this country that all men are equal and everybody has the freedom of speech and everybody has the right to protest and no taxation without representation. We had a way better lie than they had in Russia. You know, Russia's was just, hey, everybody gets the same amount of meatloaf, man. Right? At least from day one, we knew that there was going to be people gorging off high on the hog and the rest of us were getting pig feet. We knew that shit. But as long as someone else was just getting the tail, we were happy in the middle class. And that worked for a long fucking time. And now it's over. Dude, how about like these fucking, how about these fucking 3 major bankers have killed themselves in the last week? And if we can get past, well, bad things happen in threes, that scares the shit out of me. I'm not going to lie to you. Those guys were probably all making 7 to 8 figures, I would think. And they fucking offed themselves. And there's no sign that a woman was involved that broke their hearts or, you know, that is scary. Were they going to go rogue and say what was really going on? Are they just looking at that Ponzi scheme and just thinking like, there's no way to fix it. The wolves are at the door. I'm going to be the Oswald. I'm going to be the fall guy. So they fucking, I mean, that's just insane. What are the odds? What are the odds of that? When was the last time like 3 major oil people all killed themselves within the same week? For the love of God, can I get some conspiracy theory on this one? I would love to hear your theories. I'd love to hear them. You know, because that's the kind of guy I am. All right, where are we? Let's get on to the next thing here. Long distance hiking follow-up. Oh, all right, here we go. Hey, Bill, a few weeks ago, you asked for advice on how to deal with animals in the wilderness. Most people that get mauled either left food in their... Oh, yeah, that's why I have this massive fear about going into the woods and accidentally stumbling upon a mama bear with their cubs or a mountain lion. I'm always on a trail, and to the left or the right of me is a higher like cliff, and the thing is just sitting there. You know when they sit there and they put their head down and their fucking shoulder and back muscles go like fucking, like if they were in a muscle competition, like that would be like the Schwarzenegger like stance. They put their head down. You know what I'm saying? Just waiting to pounce on me. This is what the person says. Most people that get mauled either left food in their tent or tried to pose for a picture with the animal or did some other dumb shit you would never do. But yes, on very rare occasions, an animal will attack somebody who did nothing wrong. Here is my advice if that happens. First of all, you did do something wrong. You ventured out into the wilderness. You left the tribe. You put yourself at risk. All right? I mean, I guess if you're in your backyard and there's a bear there, but if there's a bear in your backyard, that's urban sprawl that went, he's not in your backyard. You're in his front yard. There's no fucking reason a bear should be outside your house. You need to move back down towards the village. All right there, antisocial? Get a hobby. Say hello to somebody. You know, have a couple of drinks, get some alcohol courage in you, and go walk up to the pretty girl and say hello. Okay? Stop trying to live with the fucking owls. All right, bears. If you're attacked by a bear, you should leave your backpack on to protect your back and use your hands to cover your neck. What about your face? Usually the bear will leave after a while, but if it starts to chew on you, that's when you need to fight back. Oh, really? What should I go with? Should I set up the overhand right with a couple of jabs? Or should I try to kick him in his bear balls? What if it's a woman? What do I do? Do I try to stick my toe in its vag? It's bear vag. It's badge. Mountain lions. With mountain lions, playing dead will not work. You need to fight back right away. Your best chance is to aim for the nose and eyes. Dude, this is fucking hilarious. I mean, I think I would have none of this shit wouldn't work against Mike Tyson. Forget about a fucking bear or a mountain lion. Wolves. Playing dead won't work in a wolf attack either. You can either climb a tree, put it in a headlock, or shove your fist down its throat. I'm not joking. Look it up. You know what I always thought you could do? I don't know about a wolf. I always thought this was my, when I'm laying in bed and I'm thinking about getting attacked by a fucking, some rabid dog or whatever. If somebody ever sicked their dog on me, when I'm laying in bed, totally relaxed and have my wits about me and I don't have urine running down my leg as I run towards my Prius like I would in real life. My plan of attack was when the fucking dog is coming at you, you stick your forearm out and you just feed it to him. You just jam it right into his fucking mouth. And right as it clamps down and it has you, you then take your other fucking forearm and you come up over the top, smash down on the top of the thing's neck as you push your forearm up and you break its neck. You go bam, whap, which is the sound of a broken neck. Whap. Sorry, I don't know how to make the snap noise. I don't have a twig in here. That was my game plan. Either that or just stick your arm in there and you just fucking start stepping on the dog's feet. Because dogs are kind of pussies, man. They'll go after you, but the second you fucking do something back to you, you know what it is? They don't have any shame. They don't mind going, rah, 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 and then getting hit and then going, yay, 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 oh my God, what the fuck? Like, they don't give a shit. It's not like other dogs they can literally do that and then go on the other side of the block and get laid. There's like no, and they don't even remember what just happened unless there's still pain in their little dog paw. So, I don't fucking know. I don't even know what I'm talking about here. These are all creepy fucking questions. I always felt if I was on a boat and I saw an alligator swimming towards one of my friends and it went by the boat or a shark, I would just try to time it where I jump down and I just fucking land right on its head. And I just figured that alone would so freak it out they would leave. Or, the shark or alligators would be feasting on two people. That's what I would be worried about after the shock. When the shark's like, what the you motherfucker, when it's coming back, that's when I think. Like sharks, I think just leave. Alligators, they just seem fucking relentless to me. All right, killer bees. Here we go. With killer bees, Africanized honeybees, you're supposed to run away for at least half a mile. Now, this I know. Do not flail your arms and do not kill one. They will swarm you if you kill one. But honestly, they look just like normal bees to me, so I don't know how to tell when you're in danger. Oh, my God. Run for a half a mile. For fucking half a mile. What's the fastest mile I ever ran was like a 6:18, like freshman year in high school when I weighed about 140-something pounds. I'm now $175. So I think I could run maybe a 7-minute. Even with the fear, just the pain is going to offset the adrenaline. That's going to be a long 15 minutes, people. Oh, God, can you imagine me? A balding, stung-up, fucking swollen redhead. Just coming over the hill. Jesus Christ, what a sight. All right, spiders kill almost nobody. Most can be very dangerous if you catch them at the wrong time. Some snake bites obviously require immediate medical care, but I would be more afraid of lightning if I were you. So, yes, it can get gruesome, but these attacks are very rare. Absolutely. I mean, I know shark attacks are very rare, but it's just like, I would love to try surfing, but just the fact that, you got to understand that surfing is a sport where you're risking getting eaten alive. I mean, it's just not worth it. God damn it, it looks like fun, though, doesn't it? All right, basic travel advice. Oh, wait, I got to read some more advertising here before I get on with this fucking bullshit over here. Live reads. All right, we got 2 more, everybody. Two more. All right, Hulu Plus. Hulu Plus, everyone. You've probably tried Hulu.com. Now with Hulu Plus, you can watch your favorite shows anytime, anywhere. Hulu Plus lets you watch thousands of hit TV shows and a selection of acclaimed movies on your television or on the go with your smartphone or tablet. And it all streams in HD for the best viewing experience possible. With Hulu Plus, you can watch your favorite current TV shows like Saturday Night Live, Community, and Family Guy. You can also check out exclusive content, including Hulu originals like The Awesomes, starring SNL's Seth Meyers, and Moon Boy, starring Chris O'Dowd from Bridesmaids. Hulu Plus also offers a great selection of acclaimed films. For only $7.99 a month, you can stream as many TV shows and movies as you want, wherever you want. Right now, you can try Hulu Plus for free for 2 weeks when you go to huluplus.com/Bill. That's a special offer for my listeners. Make sure you use huluplus.com/Bill so you get the extended free trial and they know that I sent you. Go to huluplus.com/Bill now or click on the Hulu Plus banner on the podcast page at BillBurr.com. And last but certainly not least, the classic, Stamps.com, everyone. If you haven't heard yet, postage rates have changed again. Because basically the post office is slowly going out of business. So don't get caught up in their awful business. You know what that means? The post office is even more crowded than usual. That's why you need Stamps.com. With Stamps.com, you'll eliminate those time-consuming trips to the post office. Everything you can do at the post office, you can do right now from your own desk. Buy and print official U.S. postage for any letter or package using your own computer or printer. And Stamps.com always updates the postage rates for you automatically. So you'll always get the exact postage you need the instant you need it. You don't even have to think. Plus, you'll never have to go to the post office again. I personally have been using Stamps.com for almost 3 years. It's so convenient and so easy, even a moron like me knows how to use it. Right now, use my last name, Burr, for this special offer, no-risk trial plus a $110 bonus offer that includes a digital scale and up to $55 free postage. So don't wait. Go to Stamps.com right now before you do anything else and click on the microphone on the top of the homepage and type in Burr, B-U-R-R. That's Stamps.com. Enter Burr. Oh, I lied. There's one more, eVoice. Last but not least, by the way, I'm fucking crushing these reads. eVoice, everybody, you're a business owner, but automated phone systems and secretaries aren't in your budget just yet. And juggling incoming calls yourself makes it hard to look like a professional. Here's something that will dramatically help you make more money in 2014. What is it? It's eVoice. Whether you're a business of 1 or 100, eVoice will help you manage all of your incoming phone calls. With a toll-free number, dial-by-name directory, and call routing tools, your business will sound like $1 million. Can't take a call? eVoice will transcribe the voicemail and email it straight to you. Never get caught off guard again. And with eVoice, you can try it before you buy it. Right now, just for my listeners, you can get a 60-day free trial to eVoice. Go to eVoice.com and enter the promo code BILL and at checkout. Take charge of your business and make more money in 2014. Go to eVoice.com and enter BILL at the checkout for your 60-day free trial. That's eVoice.com, promo code BILL. See that? I talked a little bit of shit, and then I fucked up a lot on the last one. But still, much better than the past there. All right, let's continue on here. All right, basic travel advice. Good morning to our fearless leader, Sir Billiard of Bald. I'm a 24-year-old, and me and the wife are taking a trip to Chicago. Wanted some advice on a couple of things. Neither of us has ever been on a plane before. You are a frequent flyer, so I wanted to know exactly what we can expect at the airport. When to be there, what clothes to prepare to take off, at what time, problems we will most likely run into, etc. Jesus Christ, dude. All right, well, go ahead and pack and then take a third of that stuff and throw it over your fucking shoulder because you're never going to wear it. Depending on how long you're leaving, if it's just a weekend, I would go with the carry-on. If it isn't, I would check everything. Walk onto the plane with a couple of magazines and order a drink and watch and just enjoy watching everybody else fighting, for that overhead space. Fuck them. That would be my advice. And also just know that your wife is going to bring half the fucking house, and it's not worth telling her that she's not going to need it, all right? The only thing worse than having to pay for her extra bags is watching her cry that there's nothing to wear and then having to go downstairs to the fucking lobby mall there and pay 10 times the price to get her a fucking dress. All right, number 2, best places to eat there. Best burgers, slice of pizza, personal favorite too. I would like to add that I am milk white and redheaded like you, so a place that is not in the stabby, muggy part of town would be preferred. Really wanting some advice from an experienced vet. Thanks, and go fuck yourself. I don't know where the best places are to eat in Chicago. Like, I visit there and I just eat at the closest place and then I go and do my show. According to Jim Croce, the south side of Chicago is the baddest part of town. But if you go down there, you better best beware of a man named Leroy Brown. And I believe he has a custom Continental, and he has a Cadillac, too. He got a 32 gun in his pocket for fun. He got a razor in his shoe. Right on, and he's bad. Bad. I don't know where to fucking eat there. All I know is that what you should do, you can find all of that out on a website. One of those foodie fucking websites. They'll tell you where to go. But those foodie things can be wrong a lot of the times. What you want to do is ask a local. Wherever you stay, just find somebody who has a heavy Chicago accent and just say, listen, I'm a tourist. I don't want to go to the touristy place. Where do you go to get whatever the fuck you're looking for? You want a pizza, you want a burger, and that guy will tell you. All right? That's the way to do it. Okay? Here we go. All right. Oh, by the way, I forgot to mention when I saw that drum clinic, the Common Thread one, there was a musician there, Drew, of a band called Drew of the Drew. If you like not mainstream music and you'd like to see somebody who's really trying to do something different, check that guy out. I was very very impressed. It made me feel old. Like they were drawing from shit that, like, to me, I already considered like new music. Like all that DJ dubstep shit, like, to me is like came out in the last 6 months, even though it's probably been around for fucking 20 years. Anyways, Drew of the Drew, check it out. Anyways, gynophobia. Maybe I'll put up a link actually. Hey, Billy Bo Baggins. Is it gynophobia? You afraid of the gynecologist? I don't fucking know. I am a 20-year-old college guy who has, was it gynophobia? The fear of women. I've never heard of this. He said, when I was a kid, I used to get the shit kicked out of me, and girls would always spread rumors about me, and it would really screw with my mind. Wait a minute, you didn't get along with men or women? Well, what were you doing? You know what, that's the last thing you needed to hear. Well, what's wrong with you? Sorry. Forgive me. I'm not a trained professional, so, you're asking a moron, and, I'm going to behave accordingly. Here we go. As I grew up, I started to resent and hate all the people around me. Then my mother tells me about false rape accusations, and that makes females look even more scarier than they already were. See, guys just kick the shit out of you. Females psychologically fuck you up bad and don't even have a tint of remorse or empathy. Oh, Jesus Christ. All right, dude. So your mother's a psycho. And she put all these fears on you. Yeah, you got to, maybe I would seek some professional help before you turn into Norman Bates. All right, let's continue this. Then I hear about all the women raping men in the divorce courts and in general adding more fuel to the fear. Dude, you're overthinking this shit. I mean, you probably heard half of that from me, but I'm an idiot. Don't listen to me. He says, it's gotten to the point where when a female introduces herself to me, I just see her as a potential mind-raping and prolonged exercise of getting verbally abused. So I just always say, sorry, but I have somewhere to be right now. Goodbye. And I walk away. Sir, can I steal that from you? I want to use that next time I get pulled over. got a license register. Sorry, but I have somewhere to be right now. Goodbye. And you just act like the Rain Man, and they'll fucking leave you alone. That's actually brilliant. He said, they scare me so much, but I'm still attracted to them. Oh, my God, dude. Listen, you gotta get past this. Hopefully you're still young, and this is early on. But this is something where you are, everybody is trying to go towards the, we'll just call it, planet live happily ever after. But if you're off by just 1 degree, you're not really going to notice when you're 22, 24, But by the time you're 40, you're going to be about 1 million miles off course. So let's try to get you some help. I would go see a therapist, sir. And I know I've been joking around, but I kind of have to do that because this is a podcast. But, actually, because it's a podcast, that's supposed to be funny. Not saying you can't have a serious podcast. I would go get some help quickly, and I would get rid of all those fears, and I would say a lot of the fears were probably put into your head by your mom when you were really young, and you need to try to get those out of there before they take any more root than they already have. Well, let's finish here. He said, my mind says stay the fuck away, while my dick says do it, fucking do it. But in this climate of unrestrained female hypo-agency, I don't know what the fuck that means, this shit that makes women invade male spaces and makes them change everything to suit them. Dude, you're taking your fucking fear of women. You're blowing by me. Listen, are you a great guy? If you're a great guy, there's a great woman out there for you. And it's a beautiful thing. They're not all like this. What you're doing is you're taking the worst of females and you're painting it with the broad brush. All right? Jesus Christ. I'm relating to this guy here. He said, I'd rather stay celibate for life. All right, no, I don't relate to that. I am a loner to a vast degree, but I got a loving family to back me up, so I ain't on the fringe or anything. I plan on just working towards my career in it. Did I write this like 20 years ago? Jesus Christ. Plan on just working towards my career in education, but either way, I'll have to deal with women, and it's been hard to do so lately since my social skills tanked over the last 9 months. Trauma conga line of horrific events happened, and I am working on getting the confidence back through Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. I already lost 11 pounds, and I'm starting to feel a lot better. All right, well, just don't go choke out any women. All right? Or try to put them in the triangle. He said, anyways, is there any way, but martial arts are a great way to build self-esteem from what I've heard. Anyways, is there any way to get rid of the insane fear I have about women, or is it just 15 years of hurt that'll take almost forever to undo? Thanks, and go fuck yourself 6 ways from Sunday, and good luck with your stand-up. All right. Oh, so you're only 15? Is that what you're saying? All right, dude. First of all, it's great you took up Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. You should know how to defend yourself, and don't be a cunt about it when you become a black belt. Use it to save nerds and protect yourself, but never be a bully. And then as far as women, I would actually try and talk to somebody about this. And I would try to have more of an open mind. Because right now, if you're only 15 years old, or even if you're young in your early 20s, mid-20s, you're basically, you got the lottery pick as far as women goes. All right? They're all available. All first-round draft picks. Bunch of first-round draft picks just sitting there. And, depending on when you open your mouth and start talking to one is when you pick in the draft, if you know what I mean. Sooner rather than later. But I would just talk to somebody about some of your issues. Maybe at school they got some free fucking therapy or something like that if you're too young to pay for it. But I don't know. I would talk to some of your guy friends about it. You know what I would do? I would openly talk about your fear of women to friends. And I would sit down with your mother and just say, listen, I have major issues with women right now, and I think some of it stems from a lot of the negative things that you've said about them, and I need you to stop doing that because it's fucking with me. Don't say that part, but say it in a nicer way. But if she's, I don't know. That's the hardest fucking thing is because you are born into the religion of your parents, and into all of their beliefs. And hopefully they have more good than bad, but they're human, so they're going to be wrong. And, you know, when you're a little toddler all the way through like 7, 8 years old, your parents are godlike. You just think they know everything and they have all the answers. They never look unsure. You do everything that they fucking say. So a lot of that stuff just really takes deep root. Like, it's law in your head. And then in your teenage years, you start breaking away. You realize some of it's bullshit, and that's when some anger can come out and that type of stuff. So I would say what you're going through is normal. It's just that you maybe had an extreme helping of some fucking anti-woman shit, which I can relate to because I did too, and I had to fight through that shit. I mean, it took me, I didn't get married till I was 45. I had major fucking issues, but it's like anything. Look, just use the martial arts thing as a metaphor or a simile, whatever the fuck you're supposed to, whatever the right terminology is. Look, you did that, you stuck with that, you lost 11 pounds. You worked towards that. Look at what you're getting. You're getting positive results, and it hasn't been easy, right? But you keep showing up, you get positive results. I would do the same thing with your women issues. I would just start working on it. You know, next time a woman comes up and says hello, don't say I have somewhere to go. Just say hello back and stay in the conversation for as long as you can. And when you feel like bailing, just say, listen, I'm really shy around women, and it's something that I'm trying to work on. Just put it out there. And you know what? I guarantee 80% of them are going to say, "Aw." You know, when they do that, they're going to love it. And next thing you know, you're out there watching a romantic comedy with some lady having a good time. But I would address it sooner than later. I'm telling you, dude, you think it's a mountain. It's stepping up onto the curb. It's all in your head. And that's totally normal, because I would guess that your fears started when you were in my mom's godlike phase of your life. So you think it's what's that fucking mountain Everest that everybody tries to climb up? It isn't. Okay, it's a little fucking anthill, and you can do it. All right, I believe in you. Good luck, sir. There you go. Well, that's the podcast for this week. Congratulations to the Seattle Seahawks. All right? You finally won. You fucking won the Super Bowl, and now I can't give you any more shit. Actually, I still will. Just stop doing that loudest crowd ever, right? You got the fucking trophy. You've been there now. Act like you've been there before. Do not disappoint me next year. You know it's coming next year. You know it is. There's going to be so many people dressed up like characters. You're going to make the Raider fans. I don't even know what the expression is. I don't know what happened. Jesus Christ. Whatever happened to that Raider fan base? That crushes me every time they pan to the end zone. Everybody's out there, somebody dressed like Fred Flintstone. It's like, what are you doing? All right, that's the podcast. Oh, by the way, and I forgot to, I've been watching, actually, I watched a bunch of hockey this week because of, I didn't watch any of the Super Bowl hype, but Jesus. With that Bruins performance against the Canadians. Jesus Christ. How do you not get up for a game against the Canadians? I know the Canadians have a good team, but Jesus Christ, we looked fucking horrific. But it's good, though. It's all good. Canadians have a good team, so hopefully we'll meet each other in the playoffs. And we'll have another classic. That's what I'm hoping for. So, all right, that's it. Where the hell am I this week? I'm going to be in a casino outside of Minneapolis. It's already sold out, so thank you to everybody in Davenport and every other goddamn city out there in Minnesota. And I can't wait to get out there. Hopefully it doesn't fucking snow too bad, and I'm able to land without incident. All right, that's it. I'll talk to you next week. Go fuck yourselves. Hey, what's going on? It's Bill Burr, and it's the Monday Morning Podcast for Monday, February 3rd. 2014. How the hell are you? How's it going? I'm a little bit handicapped this week because my internet isn't working. I don't know why. I don't know what happened. I hit the little reset button. You know, you take out the little pin and you stick it in the side. You do a little fucking 5 count and you sit there staring at the goddamn lights. Blinky, blinky, blinky. And then what happens? Huh? It's supposed to all be good. Well, not this week. I don't have any. So if you think my reading is bad when I'm reading it off a nice giant computer screen, wait till you hear this week when I'm reading off my fucking iPhone. Oh, wait till you hear it. Spoiler alert! All right, well, let's get down to it. How about that fucking Super Bowl? Was that awesome or what? I'm speaking as a Patriots fan, by the way. I got to be honest. Like, if Peyton Manning won his second Super Bowl and then he had 2 and Brady had 3, then that stupid-ass debate is going to start again, which I have not heard since Peyton lost, or I should say the Colts lost when they played the Saints, and I didn't want to fucking hear it. All right? And I love it. So all you Peyton Manning fans for all these years who've been telling me that fucking Peyton's better than Brady, look how many yards he had in fucking October. You know, it was a classic Peyton Manning stat yesterday is despite the fact that they got the living shit kicked out of him, he still set the record for most completions in a Super Bowl game, right? He completed 33 passes. 33 passes. So you got to be like, Jesus Christ, what did he throw for 500 yards? 400 at least. 33? You know what he threw for? 280 yards. That's less than 9 yards a catch. It was 8-point-something yards a catch. Dinking it, dunking down the damn field. And he got half those fucking yards in the end of the third quarter when Seattle went into like a fucking prevent, just gave him the middle of the field and gave him those 6 fucking points, which pissed me off. I wanted them to shut him out, right? It's embarrassing how much I root against Peyton because it's like it has nothing to do with the guy. I think he's a great fucking quarterback. I'm doing as I'm hating on Peyton is, if I can be, am I too white to use that expression? As I dislike Peyton Manning is, do you really think there's some running back in the other huddle as he's listening to the play going, you know, I'd really like to execute this play the way we have all week in practice, but golly, is that crowd loud? But congratulations to the true fans of the Seattle Seahawks, the real ones, the ones who showed up when they sucked too, the ones who, when they got better, didn't go out and buy a bunch of shit and start dressing up like fucking a green Ben Franklin or whatever the fuck those people were doing in the stands. I got to ask you, be honest, Seattle Seahawks fans. Now that you actually have something to crow about, pun intended, you know, now that you actually have a Super Bowl trophy, you guys are actually champions. You can actually sing, "We are the champions." Now, doesn't that loud thing seem a little fucking ridiculous? Didn't that just kind of seem like, you know, that mother that can't admit that her kid's not talented? So they got to like somehow come up with everybody gets a trophy. Everybody gets a ribbon. You know, what you guys have created up there, I hope is over. Not as far as like your run on championships. I'd never wish that against you. But as far as that loud horseshit, if Kansas City next year tries to break the record again, if that whole fucking thing starts, like who is the loudest crowd, and I guarantee you it will. I can't say again. It wouldn't surprise me if it would. It is embarrassing. You have your Super Bowl trophy. For the love of fucking God, please stop looking each other in the street going 12th man. Okay? Was that really even a congratulations? I was losing my fucking mind watching that game. A lot of people, I guess, didn't like the game or whatever, thought it was boring. I fucking loved that game. That game was the biggest fucking beatdown. I'm trying to think if it was as bad. This is bad for like Bronco fans. I'm not rubbing this in. This goes back to the Patriots Colts like 10 fucking years ago when Brady had 3 rings and Peyton had none, and they were going, I'll tell you, but you know, I know Brady's got the rings, but if I got to start a team, I got to build it around this guy. He's got all the intangibles, right? He's fucking losing every year in the first goddamn round. Anyways, but I hope you guys, and I hope people who didn't give a fuck about the game, I hope you you took my advice and you let this. It's really just all the sports fans that I've run into over the years who just, with Peyton Manning, it was always individual stats and then blaming everybody around him. The coaching, the defense, the running game, blah, 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 all that fucking crap. Give me a goddamn break. Give me a fucking break. Did you see that look on his face about 3/4 of the way through the first quarter? In my family, that is known as Peyton face, and that's when he starts pouting and he gets frustrated and he gets upset, and you can't have your fucking leader looking like that. Now, nobody on ESPN is going to say it. None of them are going to fucking say that shit because they fucking drop down at the stats god and suck its dick every day on fucking Sports Center. They don't watch the game, all right? None of those people on ESPN are even human beings. They walk in as human beings. Right, and then something happens. They drill into their head and they stick a chip in there, and then they just become like these, like I don't even think like their lips should move. I think like their jaws should just open and close like one of those wooden puppets. Those ones that are dressed like those guards. They're in the Nutcrackers, right? That's what when they should just be doing that shit. I can't even tell you, I had no idea how hard I was rooting for Seattle until the game fucking started, because I thought, as you guys all know, how much I hated that stupid 12th man. And, what would have been a great drinking game was how many times Joe Buck said, "It's really loud here," right? With the stupid sound-o-meter and all of that shit. And I actually got a lot of people on Twitter were giving me shit going, yeah, how dumb do you feel now? I never shit on Seattle. I never said they were a bad team. If you listen to my podcast, you dumb cunts, I said it was yours to lose. I bet on you guys to win it. But that doesn't change, and even your championship does not change that 12th man thing and everybody dressing up like characters and bringing fucking New Year's whistles to the goddamn game is not the dumbest thing that embarrassing ball washing thing I've ever seen in my fucking life. The 12th man stinks. You have nothing to do with the victory, despite what the players and the owners are going to say. They all make millions because of your dumbasses. That's why they're saying nice shit to you. All right? Jesus fucking Christ. Successful in life is knowing what you suck at and then being able to find talent in that area and then delegating. That's what you do. But delegating, you have to be you got to be careful, though. You can't delegate so much of your job that you're just sitting in your office twiddling your thumbs, because then you're fucking useless. There's a fine line between putting a team together and then just sitting in a fucking room like a goddamn mop. So I still made an apple pie. I put on an apron, took out some flour and some sugar. I don't give a fuck. I'm good at making desserts. All right? I don't know. It's embarrassing, but I like sweets. And my mom always made great pies. And when I moved out, I missed them. So I learned how to make them. Fucking sue me. Oh, Jesus. I can't even look myself in the mirror after this fucking podcast. What do you want from me, people? I'm flying blind here. All right? I don't have the internet. I'm doing a podcast without the internet. This is like a pilot flying at night without his instrument panel. Am I in a spin? Am I level with the horizon? I don't know. Am I going up? Am I going down? God, I wish I had a beverage so I could actually look at it to try to figure out which way I'm going. Isn't that what you do? You just put like a glass of water on the airplane's dashboard, and then you just use that as your fucking horizon? Come on, man. That's pretty ingenious for a comedian who has 0 hours up in the air. Anyway, so let's get back to the game. So the entire world is like 90 minutes ahead of us. And there's something cool about that, right? Like they all got on the spaceship and they went to a better planet, and we all sat back like, go fuck yourself. We're toughing it out here, gnawing on cigars and shit, pretending we know how to fight, right? So we go upstairs, and they finally be like, you guys want to watch the game? Yeah, let's fucking watch it. All right. So we go upstairs. We put it on. I fast forward get right to right before the kicker is going to kick the ball, and I hit pause. You guys ready? Everybody's like, yeah, we're ready. Let's go. Boom. Fucking kicks the ball off. Right? Broncos get the ball, and the very first play from scrimmage. All right? Peyton calls an audible. The fucking Manny Ramirez, who I thought, when you get kicked out of baseball, I didn't think that you could then just go play football. But once again, Jesus, what a fucking talent this man is. Manny, being Manny, hikes the ball over Peyton's fucking head into the goddamn end zone, whatever. The guy falls on it. They get his safety. Very first play from scrimmage. Game go for 90 minutes. 90 minutes is the magic number. That is the magic number if you want to avoid everything and actually watch the game and be on the edge of your fucking seat, provided if it's a good game, is you let it go for 90 minutes. 90 minutes, you're hanging outside, you're drinking beers, you're doing whatever the fuck you're doing, hanging with like 3-4 other people tops who are also into the game. All right, we come in, we sit down, and we just start. When everybody shut their phones off so we don't know anything, right? Press play. And then for the rest of the game, we didn't watch one commercial. We didn't have to sit through one challenge flag. Anytime anybody got hurt, we fast forward through it. We fast forward through the entire fucking halftime show. Didn't see any of it. All we saw was the game, and the second it ended, and the coaches were walking out, and they're going, all right, we'll go down to the field. We shut the fucking game off. Didn't watch 1 second on ESPN. Nothing. I'm guaranteeing you. Everybody there was going, that's like one of the most enjoyable Super Bowl experiences I ever had. It was fucking great. Anytime they cut down to Pam Oliver or that other chick, you just fast forward. The whole fucking, it was tremendous. Absolutely tremendous. But anyways, let's talk about the fucking game. So anyways, the rest of the world is 90 minutes ahead of us, and we're still downstairs, out my backyard, smoking a pork shoulder, right? I made one of my famous apple pies. Lawhead's fucking killing it on my grill. You want to talk about losing your man card? I had another man come over my house and smoke a pork shoulder on my grill. I couldn't believe I woke up this morning, my wife was still next to me. Do you realize, like, in the South, like, I would legally be considered a homosexual if I did something like that? I knew it. I fucking knew it. Ever since, I'm telling you right now, ain't no man who likes himself a piece of pussy allows another man to come over and fucking smoke on his grill. Grilling, that's okay. Smoking, that's a whole other thing. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't be surprised if not only if he's one of them homeo type sexuals, if he's also one of them terrorists. He's probably building a dirty bomb shaped like a dick. That's all I'm saying. Yeah, I just, one of the keys to being